What starts as a normal night turns disturbing when a Ring camera captures a strange, unidentifiable creature approaching a house. Its unnatural appearance has led many to label it a skinwalker, though no clear explanation exists. Was this simply a misidentified animal or camera distortion, or could it be something far more unsettling caught on camera? This clip turns an old childhood fear into a living nightmare. It begins calmly, with a young child lying on the floor, relaxed and unaware, until sudden movement is seen beneath the bed. What appears to be reaching fingers quickly reveals a shape that doesn't look human at all. In a split second, the figure lunges and pulls the child under the bed, ending the footage abruptly. Whether this was a staged illusion, clever editing, or something more disturbing remains unclear, leaving the question of how easily familiar spaces can become the setting for our deepest fears. Security cameras sometimes capture moments that feel impossible to explain. In this unsettling clip, two men are walking down a street when one suddenly collapses without warning. As his friend rushes to help, the situation takes a disturbing turn. A dark, shadow-like figure appears to burst from the fallen man and lunge toward the other before vanishing instantly. No trace is left behind. Whether this was a trick of lighting, camera distortion, or something far more unsettling remains unknown, raising the question of how often surveillance footage records things that don't belong in our world at all. People are still trying to explain this chilling clip. Late at night, a strange creature is seen clinging to the side of a house, its glowing eyes moving as it scans the area. Its fingers look unnatural, and the barking sound it makes doesn't resemble any known animal. What this creature truly is remains a mystery, leaving viewers to wonder what was watching from the darkness. An investigation is still unfolding after a backyard camera captured the disturbing disappearance of a young girl. The footage shows her being calmly led toward a dense wooded area, but the figure guiding her is deeply unsettling, unusually tall, far beyond normal human proportions. No clear details about her fate have emerged since. Whether this was a trick of perspective, a misidentified person, or something far more sinister remains unknown, leaving one chilling question behind: what, or who, was really leading her into the woods? This unsettling clip shows four naked figures moving in ways that don't appear human, leaping over a fence with unnatural speed and motion. Their size and movements rule out known animals, leaving viewers divided between a hoax and something far more disturbing. What do you think was really caught on camera? Beyond haunted houses, some roads are said to carry their own dark legends. A truck driver in Louisiana had often dismissed stories from coworkers about a ghostly figure appearing on a certain stretch of road, until one night he saw it himself. As he drove through the area, a pale, hunched figure resembling a young girl appeared in the road, lifting her hand as he passed. He didn't stop and sped away instead. Whether this was exhaustion, an illusion, or something truly unexplained remains uncertain, leaving the question of what really stands on that road after dark. During a night patrol in Saudi Arabia, a police officer spots a white-clad figure with long dark hair that looks human but deeply unnatural. As it moves toward him, he panics and runs, realizing it is chasing him. Some call it a witch, others a skinwalker, leaving the question of what truly appeared in the darkness. It was a quiet Saturday night at the Espanola police station when Officer Carl Romero was monitoring surveillance cameras during his shift. As the station sat in silence, a strange flicker appeared on one screen, which he first assumed was a moth, common during night patrols. But as he watched closer, the shape revealed legs, moving with an unsettling fluid motion that resembled a human silhouette, yet didn't behave like one. The figure drifted through a secured sally port, passing gates that should have triggered alarms, but none sounded. There was no visible entry or exit, no mechanical noise, just the figure gliding in and out of view.
No. Was this a ghost?
So Romero reported it and told his supervisors. Detectives showed us the camera that captured the image. They say there is no way in or out of the security.
Detectives later reviewed the footage and ruled out lighting issues or technical glitches, noting there was no logical way for a person to move through that area undetected. Officers at the station also reported other strange experiences, including unexplained sounds and sensations late at night. Whether this was a rare camera anomaly or something truly paranormal remains unclear, leaving one lingering question. If it wasn't human, what exactly was walking through the station that night? A police officer was checking the area when an unsettling sound shattered the silence. As he moved forward, a chilling scream echoed through the night, instantly forcing him to turn around and retreat the way he came. Whether the sound had a natural explanation or something far more disturbing remains unknown. In this unsettling clip, viewers spot a strange, shirtless figure moving unnaturally across an open grassland. The way it walks immediately alarms the people filming, who quickly conclude it's a skinwalker. The footage ends before any explanation is found, leaving the question open.
What the? What was that?
He's walk creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it. What the?
Was this just a person moving oddly, or something far more disturbing caught on camera? During what should have been an ordinary late-night walk, one individual is enjoying the quiet when, about 10 minutes in, disturbing screams begin echoing from beneath a nearby bridge. Curiosity takes over, and he pulls out his camera, moving closer without realizing how dangerous the situation is becoming. As he approaches the dark space under the bridge, the screams grow louder and closer. Turning toward the sound, he is met with a twisted, unnatural figure that immediately triggers pure survival instinct, forcing him to turn and flee. In another chilling clip, a person walks alone along an empty road when a snapping branch alerts him that something is watching from the woods. Near a light source, he comes face to face with a figure staring directly at him before it drops to all fours and crawls forward with terrifying speed. In a separate moment, a man taking out the trash hears eerie noises, investigates, and realizes the voice calling out is not human. Another lone walker later encounters a gray, animal-like figure moving unnaturally in the shadows, freezing him in fear before he runs.
Hello?
Whether these encounters were fear, misidentification, or something far more sinister remains unknown, leaving one question unanswered. What happens when whatever follows you finally catches up? How do you explain something like this? In the dead of night, a strange figure appears in front of a house, initially resembling a person, but a closer look reveals unnaturally long arms and a distorted shape that feels deeply wrong. Whether this was a person, an animal, or something far more unsettling remains unclear, leaving the question of what was really standing there in the darkness. This video seems ordinary at first, but moments after the lights turn on, a strange figure briefly walks into frame before disappearing. Some say it was just a dog, but the timing and movement raise doubts. Was it something harmless, or something far more unsettling caught on camera? Skinwalkers are said to be witches that can take the form of animals or humans. In this video, a strange figure appears far too tall to be an ordinary person, standing motionless while gripping a pole. Whether this was a ghost, a camera glitch, or something more unsettling like a skinwalker remains an open question. This disturbing video shows two glowing eyes and a large arm appearing at the edge of a tent on a security camera. The campers only discovered it later and were unharmed. Whether this was an animal or something more unsettling remains unknown. Can anyone explain this? Inside an abandoned building, a strange four-legged figure is seen lying flat and completely motionless, clearly not a living animal. Without warning, its neck suddenly stretches forward, twists unnaturally, then goes limp again. Even after being struck, the figure doesn't react at all. If it wasn't alive, how did it move on its own? And what caused that disturbing motion? A woman calls to her cat, but it turns back with glowing eyes. When lightning flashes, its face briefly looks human. Whether this was lighting, distortion, or something more unsettling remains a mystery. This clip is said to have been filmed inside an abandoned house in Japan, where an urban explorer begins what seems like a routine investigation. The footage opens quietly, showing decayed rooms and deep shadows across crumbling walls. Seconds later, the calm breaks when a pale, ghastly hand suddenly grips the corner of the frame, clawing toward the camera before vanishing into the darkness. As the explorer moves deeper inside, scanning broken furniture and debris, the camera briefly catches something far worse. A shadowy face watching from a doorway, its hollow eyes and long dark hair barely visible. The figure recoils and disappears the moment the light touches it, leaving the house silent once again. Whether this was an elaborate hoax, a trick of light, or something truly paranormal remains unclear, raising the question of what else might still be hiding in places long forgotten. Imagine coming home or waking up to see this on your roof. The footage shows a figure crawling across the surface in an unnerving, unnatural way. Some say it's just a drunk man, but the movement doesn't seem human at all. Was this simply a misidentified person? Or could it be something far more unsettling watching from above? A group of urban explorers enters the abandoned Overbrook Asylum at Essex County Hospital in New Jersey, moving carefully through its decaying hallways in near silence. The calm shatters when a high-pitched screech echoes from a nearby room. As they turn their camera toward the sound, a fast, four-legged creature suddenly charges straight at them. Overcome with fear, they abandon the exploration and sprint through the dark corridors to escape. Whether this was an animal, a prank, or something far more disturbing remains unclear, raising the question of what truly still lurks inside places meant to be forgotten. This chilling clip shows a man cleaning his pool when a dark figure appears beside him, followed by a sudden and disturbing change in his behavior. He throws his mop, moves erratically, and drops to all fours as if overtaken by something unseen. Was this a medical emergency, a staged moment, or something far more disturbing caught on camera? This clip is deeply unsettling, especially because it appears to involve a child, or something that looks like one. CCTV footage captures a small figure suddenly darting across a room and racing up the stairs in a split second. Whether this was truly a child, a trick of lighting, or something far more sinister remains unclear. Watch closely and decide for yourself. What do you think was caught on camera? This trail camera image was captured at night in the woods, and the figure in the frame looks strangely human, yet animal-like, due to low light and motion blur. Trail cameras often distort shapes, but the outline doesn't clearly match any common wildlife. Do you think this is a normal animal caught mid-motion, or something unknown hiding in the forest? In March 2012, a woman hiking near a frozen lake in Russia noticed something unusual moving across the ice. She saw a dark, human-like figure walking alone, and quickly took a photo before sharing it online. The image sparked debate, with some claiming it showed Bigfoot carrying a smaller figure, while others insisted it was simply a person bundled up against the extreme cold. Because of the distance and the poor image quality, the figure remains unclear, leaving no definite answer as to who or what was really crossing that frozen lake. A man took his kids to play in the park next to the woods. The kids ran and laughed until their dad saw something large moving between the trees. He pulled out his phone and started recording attention. At first, you only see branches. Then a dark shape appears at that moment. A deep growl came from the woods. Immediately, the man and his kids ran to safety, but they weren't sure what it was. A Bigfoot or something else. A man fishing at Sally Lake near the Navajo Mountains recorded a tall, hairy figure in the distance with a rounded head and broad shoulders. He believed it could be Bigfoot, especially since no primates are known to live in the area. Others argue it may be pareidolia caused by distance and lighting. What do you think it really was? In September 2012, Jim Harrison shared a video filmed near Shady Lake in Arkansas's Ouachita National Forest. While camping in a remote area, a family heard movement and began recording. Briefly capturing a large, hairy figure moving through the darkness before fleeing in fear. Some viewers dismissed it as a hoax, while others believe it matches long-standing reports of Sasquatch in the region. So what do you think they really encountered that night? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.